And with me is Jackie Gagliardi, and she is the regional coordinator. So welcome everyone to this, our regional semifinal. On behalf of the Young Lawyers Division of the Pennsylvania Bar Association, I would like to welcome all of you to tonight's regional semifinal in the 2019 Pennsylvania High School Mock Trial Competition. You've all worked hard to get here, and that's a testament to your ability, and we look forward to seeing you all tonight. However, I have to remind you, and I'll do this before everything, that the purpose of this program is to be both educational and fun. And while winning can certainly be a lot of fun and losing can be educational, the main purpose of this is to learn a little bit about our legal system and have a great time with your colleagues. So try to keep that in mind as you compete tonight. I'd also like to remind you that there is no communication permitted between competing team members and others in the courtroom. The only communication is between the 6 members who will be competing tonight. In other words, imagine an imaginary wall back there at the bar whereby you cannot communicate with anyone beyond that wall. I would also like to remind you all that you cannot display any items that identify either of the competing teams. I don't see any of that, and I'm not going to look that intently, so thank you for that. I would also like to remind, rosters have been exchanged, correct? We're good on that end? Okay, and the judge has 2 rosters, and I have them up here. I will be keeping the official time tonight. However, there are 2 student timekeepers, and they may intrusively signal to you. However, keep in mind that I will be sitting here, and I keep the official time. So timekeepers, you may want to check with me, say at the midpoint of trial, and before the last witness, to make sure that we're on the same page and that your time matches mine, because mine will carry the day. We have a lovely jury panel here tonight, and at this time, if I could just ask you each if you have any conflict with anyone on either team. In other words, do you recognize anyone on either team, or even in the gallery, who you think could cause some conflict in your ability to score tonight's trial?
No.
Thank you. At this time, I would like to ask everyone in the room to please turn off your electronic devices, including your cell phones. If you must use your cell phone for an emergency, please exit the courtroom before you do, and please try to keep the number of times that you do enter and exit to a minimum. There are restrooms on this floor just past the elevators. And at this time, I'd like to ask each team, beginning with the prosecution, to introduce its participating members by name and role.
Good evening, Your Honor. My name is Ava Smith, and I will be doing the cross-examination of Sal Abbott, the cross-examination of Dr. Ray Schaefer, and the closing argument.
Good evening, my name is Nick Carpinell, and I'll be doing the direct examination of J.J. Taylor, who's portrayed by Nick Scott, as well as the direct examination of Royal Copeland, who's portrayed by Gianna Becerra, and I'll be crossing Rye.
Good evening, my name is Alexis Forsythe. I will be giving the opening statement and doing the direct examination of Fran Kelsey, who is portrayed by Malaz Sharif.
Defense counsel.
Good evening, sir. My name is Ivy Snyder. I will be conducting the opening statement, directing Dr. Schaefer, and crossing Fran Kelsey.
Good evening. My name is Nick Shockfey. I will be doing the direct examination of Dr. Rye, the cross of Mr. J.J. Teba, and the closing statement for the defense today.
Good evening. My name is Dennis Eichholz. I will be directing Sal Abbott and crossing Royal Copeland.
Thank you, counsel. And does counsel for either side have any other pretrial matters for me before we bring the judge up?
The Commonwealth has no further pretrial matters, Your Honor.
Defense?
The defense would just like to ask permissions about moving about the well, approaching the bench at opposing counsel.
I would recommend that you ask the judge that before we get started. I'm sure he'd be happy to answer that question for you.
Yes. Oh, then the defense has no other motions at this time.
Okay, thank you. There's one more thing I must do, and if all of the witnesses could please rise and raise your right hands, we're going to briefly swear you in. Do you promise that the testimony you're about to give will faithfully and truthfully conform to the facts and rules of the mock trial competition? I do. Thank you. You may be seated. And with that, I believe we're ready to go, so I'm going to go grab the judge and we will get started.